Hey y'all, so I just wanted to make an update about my whole surgery insurance scenario. So, it's been about a month since I made the update saying that they denied my coverage and I had to start going through all these hoops. And so, thankfully, my PCP has been really wonderful. I've been super impressed. I didn't know her that well before this all started, so I wasn't sure how much she knew and how much she would be willing to do, but she went above and beyond, truly. They kept appealing it, that kept getting denied. They tried to do a one-time gap exception, that also got denied. So we did it again. We appealed that denial on the one-time gap exception because my plan has literally no out-of-network benefits. So no matter what, they were trying to refer me to an in-network surgeon, who the in-network surgeons don't do the abdominal phalloplasty, which is what I want. They don't do that procedure at all. So it was like not even like they did it and they were just not as good. It's like they don't do it at all. So there's no reason for me to go there. But that's who my plan was showing as in-network. So anyway, my PCP wrote a letter of medical necessity. We met over a telehealth call and just went through it, and she asked me a bunch of questions, and we were emailing back and forth that night at like 10 p.m. She was asking me some more clarification questions, and she's like, I'll finish this up for you tomorrow morning. And like, I'm like so impressed. I'm like, you're emailing me at 10 p.m. when I know you're going to be in the office at like 8 a.m. the next day. Thank you so much for doing this. Anyway, so she did that. She wrote the letter of medical necessity, very similar to kind of like the letters that a therapist writes in order for surgery, just saying like, Leah needs this surgery, blah, blah, blah. This is all that. So that's what she did. And then I had reached out to, I figured out who the in-network surgeon was that they wanted me to go to, that my insurance was saying was the person to go to. I reached out to them and I heard back from the director of the Trans Health Program it's at Dartmouth Hitchcock in New Hampshire. And he's like, I had left a message being like, hey, like, this is what's going on with my insurance. You're the in-network people, but like, I know that you don't do the procedure that I want. So like, is it possible for me to get a letter from somebody, or should I schedule like a consultation where one of you can write a letter and say like, no, we don't do this? And I heard back from the director of the program, and he just texted me literally and was like, hey, I'm returning your call about a consultation letter thing. And he wrote a letter for me saying like, hey, we don't do this procedure, he'll have to go elsewhere. I think he even referred specifically to Citrullo's office. I didn't get to read his letter, but I got to read my PCP's letter. And so I got a letter in the mail yesterday saying that my coverage was approved for going to see him. So I can finally schedule some consultations. I have to call them today and schedule some consultations. But I'm excited finally, because it's been like a month since I originally got a call from, it was like the beginning of March that I got a call from Dr. Citrullo's office to schedule my consultation. And then when they were trying to do it, the woman was like, oh, your insurance is being weird, like we're gonna have to wait until your insurance thing is figured out. And I was like, are you kidding me? So I sent an email to the clinical coordinator person. They like are the go-between between all the different surgeons' offices to kind of like keep everything together. Because back when this all started, I had emailed them and was like, hey, like, this is what's going on. Can you help at all with the insurance stuff? Should I just focus on my PCP? And they're like, yeah, like really, your PCP has to handle it all. But like, once you get it all sorted out, like, let me know and we'll make sure we get you in ASAP so you're not like really far behind in the process. Because, it was like, I wish I could have scheduled my consults and then like this month where we've just been sitting here doing nothing, I could have been at least counting down to a consultation while it all got worked out. But they wouldn't let me schedule without having the insurance unless I agreed to pay out of pocket, which I didn't want to do because a 15-minute telehealth call was $450. So I didn't want to know like what an hour-long consultation is for. But so yeah, we'll see how much my insurance covers, but at least they're approving coverage there. I don't know what their coverage is as far as like the surgery, if they cover it all, if they cover part of it. These are questions I suppose I have to ask somebody. But yeah, so the update is I can finally schedule consultations, which I'm super excited about. And so I'll keep everybody updated as I go. I have to make some calls today and see what's up. But I think they're like a couple months out in scheduling, so maybe June, maybe May. Honestly, I'd probably prefer June just because I'll be fully vaxxed by then, so I won't have to worry about anything. Well, I won't have to worry as much. So yeah, so that's the plan. I was just starting to feel like it was never going to come together and that I was going to have to start looking elsewhere. Ow, look at this little bump I have on my elbow. I just smacked it. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm feeling pretty good. I totally didn't expect to get that in the mail. I was expecting to hear like from my PCP, which I guess, I don't know. I thought they would have called me and said, hey, you're good to go, but all right, I guess we'll see what happens. So I'll keep everybody updated when I know more, but I just wanted to share that I finally got the insurance approval. Yes. Okay. I've got to go to the grocery store now. That's where I am. So hope you guys have a good week, and I'll talk to you next time.